I'm Ms. Lainie from howtohelpyourchildlearn.com. I receive many phone calls on a weekly basis from parents, but the one story I want to share with you, which is a common denominator of many of the stories and struggles parents are having, but this one I really wanted to share with you. This mother from the East Coast calls. She has an 8-year-old daughter. Always struggles with spelling words. Their daughter really worked hard this past week for spelling, just spent a lot of time writing her words, to go into school feeling, okay, I'm gonna get a good grade, she tells her mom. She gets to school, takes her test, the test is returned, and across the test says, study harder, in huge words. And the little girl got a 70% on this, and the mother was saying to me, for her, that's really good grade because she has such a hard time remembering those spelling words. So the little girl says to her mother, when the teacher handed me back the test, I ripped it up in front of her, and she just said, I started to cry. And this story, as well as many other stories, are something that we need to look at our educational system. These are the types of children and situations I'm dealing with and hearing about through my work I'm doing. And what I have done is I've created strategies for these children that live more on the right brain, who are more visual learners, who are more hands-on learners, and who are more kinesthetic learners. Not your auditory learners that live mostly on the left side of the brain, which is how school is mostly set up. These are auditory sequential learners. Spelling is a sequence, learning letters. The right brain kids are your visual spatial learners, your visual, like I said, your hands-on, and your kinesthetic learners. These kids need to learn through pictures and stories. They love stories, they love colors. These are your emotional kids. Kids tend to daydream, but these kids are extremely capable of learning spelling words, and that is the work I do, is I've created strategies to help children learn their spelling words by putting them into chunks with pictures and stories. So this mother who lives on the East Coast, she and I are going to Skype, and I'm going to teach her the strategies for spelling words, for example, using tiles to separate out the letters, manipulate them versus writing them on paper, which right brain children, visual kinesthetic learners, do not do well with writing. They need to touch the letters. So the point of this story is, it really saddens me that our educational system is not in large aware of these type of kids can succeed and spell well. They just need to be taught a little differently. And that little differently is not a lot, because I've done it for 21 years in the classroom and I've always had success. So I hope you hear this story, and if you have a child that struggles with spelling or stories like that, please reach out to me through info@lainieslearninglane.com or go to my website, howtohelpmychildlearn.com, and send me your questions. Send me your questions, and I will send you answers via email, or I will address them through a video, because your question will be, I'm sure, been asked or wants to be asked by many parents out there. So I hope this brought some awareness to you, the parents that might have more of a kinesthetic visual learner, that there are answers for them to succeed in an academic world that is mostly an auditory world. They can by learning strategies. So those of you that live in the East Bay, I provide workshops about all this information, and I just had my free one last week, and I filmed it, so I'll be able to show you pieces of it for those of you that live outside of, obviously, Northern California, so you can experience and gain knowledge and awareness to help your kids, as well as I'm starting to Skype families, consult to help families that don't live near me, to give them strategies and solutions so their children do not have to go through school feeling dumb, because it's simply a presentation of information versus that there is something wrong with them. And there's usually not. They're just more of a visual kinesthetic learner. So I hope this has helped you. I wish you a really great day. And again, reach out to me, info@lainieslearninglane.com. I would really love to hear you if you have any of these stories, because I'm also filming a documentary around this whole topic to bring awareness to our educational system about children. This little 8-year-old little girl who is just already, her self-esteem is in the gutter regarding spelling words when there's a solution. All right, thank you for listening. That's my dog barking. Have a really great day, and I look forward to next week sharing more wonderful information to help you. Have a great day. I'm Miss Lainie.